Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be revealing my final Game Week 1 draft. 3 weeks ago I shared my first draft and initial thoughts for the new season. 108 pre-season games later we're at the cusp of the new campaign and my final draft has changed significantly. I read every comment, so let me know what you think of the video and the draft. Just before we jump in, only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are subscribed, so if you like this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. First up is Brighton's keeper SANCHEZ, who picked up a minor injury in pre-season, but fortunately it was not serious and he's back for Game Week 1. Since breaking into the starting 11 back in Game Week 13 last season, he's 4th among all keepers for clean sheets, 16th for saves made and 13th for bonus points. Potter's system carries plenty of clean sheet potential and at 4.5 he's a real bargain. Brighton were 3rd among all teams for expected goals conceded, only after Chelsea and Man City. You really can't ask for more in a 4.5 keeper. Next up is Trent Alexander-Arnold, who didn't hit the same heights last season, however towards the tail end of the season he looked back at his best. He has an outstanding Game Week 1 fixture away at Norwich and a double up in defence is definitely viable. The injury to Robertson has thrown a real spanner in the works as Tsimikas has emerged as an expected starter for Liverpool and only 4 mil. He even picked up an assist in Liverpool's final pre-season game after a sensational cross to Firmino. João Cancelo joins the defence, an extremely attacking fullback for City and unlucky not to get more attacking returns in the 2021 campaign. There's a presumed rotation risk with City players, but in the first half of last season that rarely applied to Cancelo, surprisingly. He came straight into the City 11 in Game Week 3 after a foot injury last season, and was benched only twice all the way to Game Week 20, which in other words is just beyond the halfway mark. It was only later on when City had the title all but wrapped up that he was heavily rotated. Cancelo was 3rd for expected goal involvement after Trent and Robertson, and 3rd for touches in the box too. Luke Shaw makes the team, priced generously at 5.5 off the back of an excellent season in both the league and the Euros. Like Trent, Shaw is on corner duties, having taken 97 last season, and he created 72 chances, the second most of any defender after Trent's 77. He's got 4 very good opening fixtures, and with Varane inbound they'll only get stronger as a defence. The final defender in the starting 11 is VELTMAN, who is expected to play fullback with Lamptey out for Brighton. And even after Lamptey's return he stands a very good chance of moving into the back 3. He picked up 1 goal, 1 assist and 9 clean sheets last season from 28 appearances. The Brighton double up is slightly risky, however VELTMAN rotates very well with the bench, so there's flexibility there if or when required. My captain for Game Week 1 will be Salah, who has the Norwich away fixture. Salah's a proven quality and fully justifies his premium price tag. Last season had an expected goal involvement of 26.3, more than any other player. With around 50% ownership, it's a massive gamble to go without him heading into the season. Salah's also on penalty duties for Liverpool. Liverpool were very unfortunate with injuries last season and as a side could be back to their very best again now. Bruno Fernandes comes in despite his price hike to 12 mil. He plays Leeds at home and in the same fixture last season he scored twice and assisted once. He's a genuine captain option, but he gets the vice captaincy. And if you've not seen yesterday's captain's pick video, make sure you give that a watch at the end. Both his and Salah's ownership is hovering around 50%, so if both or either start strong, the plan is to ride that wave with some differentials sprinkled into the team. Bruno's another player on penalty duties, and he scored more points than any other player last season. His opening 4 fixtures look great on paper with the potential to haul. Bruno's definitely one to monitor tactically. Solskjaer may tweak the team shape to a 4-3-3, which could have a negative impact on Bruno's attacking output. For now he's a no-brainer and he's had some rest after looking tired at times towards the end of last season. DIOGO JOTA joins the midfield. He's looked great in pre-season, picking up a couple of goals, and he's expected to start ahead of Firmino in that appealing Norwich fixture. If Liverpool are winning games, you could argue that it's his spot to lose. Last season JOTA scored 4 of his 9 goals off the bench, so it's well within his remit to return even from the bench. That said, if the punt doesn't come off, it's an easy downgrade to a Barnes or Buendia type of player. RAPHINHA completes the midfield. He had an impressive debut season for Leeds. He only started getting consistent minutes from Game Week 10, but despite that he picked up 6 goals and 10 assists. His opening fixtures aren't great, however he's the type of player that can pick up points against any team. He's just that good. 6.5 is a generous price, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he does on FPL with a full season under his belt. If you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, Danny Ings enters the team, Villa's new signing. Villa have 3 strong opening fixtures, followed by the international break, which is a great wildcard opportunity if it doesn't work out. Ings came straight into the starting 11 in Villa's final pre-season game where he scored. Ings is an elite finisher, and we've seen what he's capable of, netting 22 goals for Southampton a couple of seasons back, in a weaker side too. Again, he offers a lot of flexibility to downgrade to other options such as Wilson or Tony if required. The last player in the starting 11 is Antonio, another player with strong opening fixtures. Antonio only has 2 fixtures classified as red on the fixture difficulty rating all the way till Gameweek 10. Last season, Antonio had the best minutes per expected goal involvement of any striker in the game who played more than 1500 minutes, with 129 minutes per expected goal involvement. He's an outstanding player if he can stay injury free, and if there is ever a time to take a few punts, it's the start of the season, with the wildcard in the pocket if needed. The bench consists of STEELE, AYLING, BROWNHILL and SCARLETT. Brighton signed 21-year-old Sherpen from Ajax this transfer window as a potential backup to Sanchez, but he'll miss the start of the season with an ankle ligament injury. Therefore, STEELE is a no-brainer second keeper who will play on the off chance Sanchez gets injured too. If your backup keeper is Foster, just be aware that he is also second in command, and he could see a price drop to 3.9 due to his ownership being almost 30%. Luke Ayling was extremely unlucky not to get a single attacking return last season. He was 10th among all defenders for expected goal involvement with 4.9. He took 24 shots and he was 4th among all defenders for touches in the box after Robertson, Trent and Cancelo. His fixtures rotate nicely with VELTMAN too, so he's certain of minutes in the team. Brownhill and SCARLETT are cheap bench players for 4.5 and neither will be starting for us in any game week. Brownhill was involved in a couple of goals in the pre-season friendlies, and he picked up an assist last season too and should get more minutes, which is about all you can ask for in a 4.5 mid. None of the 4.5 forwards are expected to get any minutes. With this in mind, Davies and Obafemi have been ignored in the final draft because of their higher ownership and potential price drops. SCARLETT is just 0.1% owned and actually scored once in pre-season, not that he'll get any minutes either. One approach I always take at the start of the season is to go cheap on the bench and maximise the value on the pitch. You've always got the international break after Game Week 3 if it goes wrong, which is a feasible opportunity to wildcard, and by which point you'll have 3 weeks worth of data and knowledge too. That completes the squad of 15 heading into the season. I'm really excited for the new season and have loads planned for the channel. I'll read every comment, so let me know below if you enjoyed the video and what you think of the draft. Lastly, please remember to like the video and subscribe to support the channel.